George Galloway says that Britain will depend upon pre-cooked open-source insight from psychological oppressor gatherings, in the midst of allegations from the Russian military that the White Helmets have faked film of a synthetic weapons assault in Syria. Contrasting the Syrian clash with the Iraq War, Galloway said the continuous battling was far and away more terrible than the U.S. drove topple of Saddam Hussein. RT reports, responding to Labour's shadow remote secretary, Emily Thornberry, who asked the legislature to confirm any concoction assaults in revolt-held parts of Syria before making military move, Galloway cautioned that their refusal to do as such demonstrates the administration's evil aims. "I'm anticipating that the British government should exploit Parliament being in break. What's more, I'm completely expecting the film, of a detailed concoction assault, that has just been taped, to be discharged. Furthermore, the results undermined by Trump to be initiated," Galloway expressed in reference to affirmations from the Russian Reconciliation Center in Syria that various Middle Eastern TV channels and a local associate of a U.S. supporter have shot 9 recordings in Jisr al-Shar city in Idlib territory of an organized synthetic assault that will be faulted for the Syrian government. Thornberry asked that the administration not depend on open-source knowledge given by fear-based oppressor gatherings on substance assaults in Syria. She was in this manner assaulted for spreading open sources in Syria. On the case that open-source data on the Syria war begins from NGOs and common gatherings, Galloway said this is drivel, except if you consider the White Helmets a NGO. The proof in actuality is overpowering. Previous Labour MP George Galloway, who became famous in his resistance to the Iraq War, cautioned that the Tory government has surrendered a British parliamentary standard by reliably not looking for parliamentary endorsement for military activity. There is no riddle with respect to why they would prefer not to need to contend in Parliament, against the resistance, about this so straightforward false signal activity. Contrasting the Syrian clash with the Iraq War, Galloway said the continuous battling was far more terrible than the U.S. drove topple of Saddam Hussein. "We are straightforwardly, on September 11, in help of Al-Qaeda. No one imagines that the aggressors inside Idlib are anything other Al-Qaeda. Indeed, even Tony Blair wouldn't have possessed the capacity to influence to do battle for Al-Qaeda." Galloway marked Britain the rodent that took after the elephant, sustaining from its droppings, it's somewhat the desire from the British to stick onto some royal significance, it's mostly a redirection from exceptionally troublesome issues at home, and it's halfway because of the interior legislative issues of the Conservative Party. Theresa May could confront an authority challenge soon, and it's extremely hard to raise some static when the country is at war.